everyone, welcome to Lunch Break Brief. My name is Kelly Galloway, Director of Marketing here at AIME. Joining me today is Kevin Peranio, Chief Lending Officer at PRMG. Kevin, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Kelly. Appreciate it.
So jumping right into our questions here, we know that PRMG sponsored Brent Gleason, former Navy SEAL and best-selling author, at our recent Mortgage Expert Workshop in Denver, Colorado. What was it like hearing Brent speak and being a part of that entire experience?
The event was very well attended. Our contribution at PRMG to the AIME workshop in Denver was to give a gift of what we give to our wholesale account executives. So at our sales rally, we had Brent Gleason, Navy SEAL from Team SEAL 5, come speak to our wholesale AEs. So we wanted to give back to the Denver community and let him come speak about accountability, leadership, how you adapt to a changing environment, and his life stories were absolutely inspirational. And I think that the standing ovation at the end just said a lot, and we felt really good about contributing back to the broker community and having Brent Gleason there.
We completely agree. It was amazing having him there. So shifting gears a little bit into PRMG, tell us a little bit about PRMG, what makes it unique, and what makes you a good partner for brokers?
Well, there's a couple things. So we've been in wholesale for 17 years, and it's being part of the broker community has been something since our inception. It's part of who we are at our core. And, we started with two originators. Our slogan is built by originators for originators, with Paul Rozo and Robert Holliday starting off in their career as a loan officer. So we understand the struggles that everyone has to go through. And as this industry evolves and changes, we have done the same and evolved with it. So we've come up kind of like a big community lender as well. And that's why there's such a good kinship between us and the broker community. So I think unlike a lot of companies backed by hedge funds or equity firms or banks or companies that lead with technology, we lead with service, we lead with relationship sales, and we lead as being part of the broker community ourselves.
So let's talk a little bit about Blend. We know that the Blend initiative is extremely critical to the success of the mortgage broker. So what is PRMG doing with Blend?
Well, Blend Labs is one of dozens of fintech vendors out there, but they are leading in market share because they've put out an excellent product, one of the best. And I personally have been in contact with them for a little over a year, just doing some demos on their software, and I've watched them evolve and get better. And quite honestly, if you're an individual mortgage broker fighting against something like a Rocket Mortgage or some other larger lender that has great user experience and good technology, you're kind of handicapped. And so we felt being one of the first lenders to grab and offer Blend to our mortgage brokers as part of their experience is a fantastic way to arm the mortgage brokers with powerful tools to compete in this new digital marketplace. So we are one of the first and few lenders to actually offer Blend to our wholesale mortgage brokers.
And that's amazing. It really is. So Kevin, last question here. Can you talk a little bit about the AIME initiative regarding regulations and what exactly PRMG, what your take on it is? Sure.
So again, as part of AIME and all of this community that's being grown through AIME is how do we arm mortgage brokers who may be a one-man shop or a 5 or 10 person shop? How do we arm them with all the tools that the larger lenders have that's kind of unfair, right? So AIME did a very intelligent thing. They put together the Regulatory Advisory Board. And there are just a few lenders like Flagstar, UWM, ourselves at PRMG, and a couple other attorney firms that have offered their general counsel to give guidance to help mortgage brokers survive and thrive. We all agree that QM, TRID, and LO compensation absolutely handicap the mortgage broker. It's quite unfair, to be honest with you. So our advisory board is working together to try and make sure that we give a level playing field. So one example is removing the broker's LO comp from the QM calculation. It's not fair that their compensation is counted against them in those high-cost tests. So those are things that AIME is working on. Our general counsel, Ron Gapp, is part of that regulatory advisory board. And I think together, by offering our horsepower, we can help the broker community even better.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Kevin.
Hey, thank you so much for having us. Appreciate it.
That's all the time we have here today. We'll see you next time on Lunch Break Brief.